Everybody good?
Are we within a legally from the three of us?
Are we supposed to tell that guy out there that we're good or not?
I would imagine so.
What?
I would think so, yeah, just that he knows to push the.
Okay, we're good. Okay. We have the public hearing of the Fall River Planning Board. It's Wednesday, May 11th, 2022. And pursuant to the open meeting law, any person may make an audio or video recording of this public meeting or may transmit this meeting through any medium. Attendees are therefore advised that such recordings or transmissions are being made, whether perceived or unperceived, by those present and are deemed acknowledged and permissible. And today we have with us Gloria Pacheco, Mario Luciola.
Present.
I'm Cynthia Savigny. Elizabeth Andrade and John Ferreira are absent this evening. We also have Nina Pavo as our recording clerk and Craig Salvatore as representing the Fall River Government TV. Item number 1, we have correspondence, review and discussion of Mass DOT project number 609434. That's the Jefferson Street Bridge over Sucker Brook. This was tabled from the April 13th, 2022 meeting, and we're going to continue it on the table till the next meeting?
Yeah, I make a motion we table it to next meeting so we get the full board and we have the planning director's, Caitlin's perspective if we need to comment back.
Okay.
On second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We have a new business. We have Form A, application for endorsement of plan believed not to require approval, file number 221532. Owner applicant Ashley Machado. The property location is 79 to 81 Plain Street on Assessors Map M090022. Okay, Nina, you want to give us an update on this?
Caitlin didn't have any comments on it.
No comments?
So this is approval not
Not
required?
required, that's correct.
So lot 1 is conforming, or is there a variance of record? I'm sorry.
Lot 1, it's,
Is anyone here regarding this request?
I understand they're here for the tree plan.
Okay.
So this meets all of the requirements?
Okay, so there's a special permit granted by the ZBA waiving requirements in multiple family. So a special permit is for use, not regarding dimensional setbacks. Because
Okay.
division, okay, so this is a grandfathered in. That's what it says in note 7 on the plan notes. Because,
And notes, and we have note 7. Addition of this lot does not constitute a subdivision per Mass General Law, Chapter 41, Section 81L, on which 2 or more buildings were standing when the subdivision control law went into effect in the city or town in which the land lies into separate lots on each of which one of such buildings remains standing shall not constitute a subdivision. So we still have an existing family on lot 1 and existing 4 family on lot 2. And so we are cutting out
I would like more time to review this. I would like to get a copy I think, Nina, you emailed us a copy maybe of the ZBA special permit. You probably emailed it to us, but I didn't print it.
I don't think I did.
No, I think I'd like to review it a little bit closer. Do you have any comments, Mario, Cynthia?
No, I go with you, what you said, if there's not enough information and these things are there. Yeah.
I'm not too sure. Maybe there is, maybe it is fine, but I don't feel comfortable, and considering we need all three of us to vote.
Correct.
The
So
only
we will,
thing-
motion to table?
no, the only thing with A&Rs though is
Tell me.
approval not required, so after 21 days, when it's stamped downstairs, it automatically gets approved.
Oh,
So we
okay.
would have to have a special meeting next week.
Or will automatically get approved?
Yes.
But without our.
Correct.
I don't mind letting it go. I just feel funny advocating for it without all of the information in front of me. I don't know, I mean, if that's the law, so be it. But I feel funny motioning for it if I don't have all the pieces in front of me.
Okay,
Sorry, Mark.
We've been through before.
yeah.
I make more to approve, should I go through all the numbers? We went through this before.
So on item 1 of new business, we are taking no action.
Right.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Hi.
Okay.
Was there a motion?
Now,
I make a motion that we do not, I make a motion that we do not make a decision to approve or not approve this plan one way or the
item
other.
number 1.
Yeah. That's my motion, that we don't approve nor reject.
Okay,
Okay, that's the first time this had happened, so it's legal, right?
After 21 days, according to
after
Nina.
21 days, it's going to be legal.
But it doesn't have Cynthia's signature
Okay.
on it.
So with it, you have chance to call a special meeting?
Or we can just let it go.
Just let it go.
Okay,
Right.
If you're not comfortable with it?
Yeah, I'm not comfortable putting my name
Okay.
on it. I'm not saying it's not right. It could be perfectly 100% great
Okay.
within the scope of things. But because if I don't vote one way or the other, there's no quorum.
that's true.
So,
We take no action, right?
yes.
Okay. There was a second, and all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item number 2, Form A, application for endorsement of plan believed not to require approval. And again, we have file number 221533, owner applicant Karen M. and Raymond C. Sebastio. Location is 632 Tucker Street, assessors map E08-0066. Now, this one here appears to be a little bit more complete. We have lots 1 and 2.
All right,
I'm okay with it. What are your thoughts, Mario? What do you think? There's a variance granted by the ZBA on March 17th, waiving requirements. So,
This is the same one that I had, the little one, yeah.
yeah, see on the bottom there, they have the ZBA
Okay.
variance, so I'm okay with it.
Okay.
Cynthia,
Motion, and I'll second.
you don't want to go first this time?
I'll make a motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, item number 3, tree planting implementation grant. It's a request to review and approve the planting plan for 2022 tree planting implementation grant application.
Can I pass these up?
You may.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Oh, I want to hear this one about my house.
Yeah. Okay, turn it.
My name's Chris Perino. I'm the Director of Cemeteries and Trees here in the city of Fall River. The city is planning on applying for a tree planting implementation grant through the DCR. The opportunity is for funding of either $20,000 to $100,000. Eligible expenses include the purchase of trees, planting material, site preparations, and then some community outreach and education. The requirements include a formal and executable tree planting project, plantings within the DCR planting zones or environmental justice neighborhoods, and approval from municipal planning boards, which is why I'm here this evening. So in considering the city for our plan, we looked at the tree equity score, which is from the American Foresters. They compile a bunch of different data points to score census block tracts in the city. So they look at tree canopy cover, population density, average surface temperatures, health, age, race, and things like that to determine a tree equity score to help planners decide where to plant trees within the city. So considering that information, we've selected these planting locations. The first is 2nd Street from Rodman to Borden. There's a small green at William Street, South Main, and Washington. Empty tree pits around here at Government Center. The Dr. Fradkin Green at Ellsbury and President Avenue. The Turner Playground at the very end of Locust Street, and Eastern Ave from County Street to Pleasant Street. And I've provided information on the equity scores. City Hall and 2nd Street, we have an equity score of 34. And you can see the tree canopy goal is 40%, and we're at 3%. So we can have a pretty impactful planting in this area by just planting a few trees. Turner Playground has a equity score of 67. Again, a canopy cover goal of 40%. We're at 8% currently. Eastern Ave is at 64. Another canopy goal of 40%, and the current cover is 12. So the preliminary project ideas include the purchase and installation of 175 to 200 trees. We would undertake those installations in-house with the tree division and partnering with the Department of Community Maintenance. Removal of impervious surfaces, including concrete sidewalk panels or stumps to bring those back as planting locations and replace those trees. And then do some community outreach. We have ideas to do door hangers in the neighborhoods that we're planting and provide signage to mark where future trees will be planted as a means to build awareness of the importance of tree canopy in the city and let people know that we are planting, and if they have any interest in planting trees near or around their home, they can reach out to us to do so. So that's the basic project, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
You have questions, board members?
Let me be naive. The type of tree that you're planting, are they small, medium?
So the type of tree hasn't been determined yet. We have a city arborist. We contract with Davie Resource Group, and they provide contracted arborist services to us. So we'll be working with that certified arborist to make sure that we're planting the right tree in the right location. That is also a requirement of the grant. So we would consider the site location, how much soil there is in the area to make sure that it can support a tree, and then also making sure that if we're planting under power lines, we're planting trees that aren't going to grow and interfere with those lines.
Second question, let's take President Avenue. We have it divided, and now that street don't have it divided, where actually these trees will be planted in a sidewalk?
Sure.
Or part
So
of the,
some of these areas will be in sidewalks. So 2nd Street, for instance, does not have a median strip. So we'd focus on the sidewalks, and we'd predominantly focus on the sidewalks that don't have any overhead power lines. In areas where there are median strips, we would plant in the median, but we'd also look for areas that we could plant in the sidewalks. The most impactful as far as average surface temperature is the removal of sidewalk panels to install tree pits and then plant trees, because it removes a heat sink and then also shades those areas. So if you look, for example, I think it's on here. the Second Street location, the average surface temperature around City Hall and Second Street is 85 degrees. And that includes your winter temperature. So you can imagine in the summer, the surface temperature is very, very high in this neighborhood, which just increased cooling costs and has significant health impacts.
Okay, the last question, then I'll leave it to my colleague. It's straight that has dual power plant, power wires, whatever, on each side. So they're not able to get a tree or something.
You could plant trees under power lines, as long as they're not growing over 20 feet tall. So National Grid and Eversource as well, not that they're in the city, but they provide guidance as to the type of trees that can be planted under their power lines. And then the state also has recommendations of trees that would not encroach on the power lines to make sure that you can still plant in those locations.
Okay, and last one. In a sidewalk, okay, you'll be able to plant this tree. Would be more or less feasible to grow in the near future, to limit it, someone with the walker or someone with a baby carriage. Are they not many years ago, as we used to, the tree grows up and then, of course, the asphalt or cement that goes with it.
Right. Yes,
So,
that is
I'm not thinking right now, because I'll be back in my next life and be able to see it.
that is a significant problem in the city. The wrong tree was planted in sidewalk panels. So that's why the state has really made an effort to educate local tree wardens to make sure that we're planting the right tree in the right location. And we also have that certified arborist who's familiar with how these trees grow. So that way, when we're putting them in sidewalk panels, that we are providing adequate space and maintaining ADA requirements.
You answered all my questions.
I try.
Good job.
Thank you.
Your turn.
I'm done.
Is
Okay,
it-
I'll just,
Is this replacing any trees right now? I mean, are we replacing trees, or are all of this in new areas, new trees?
So some of these will be new trees in new areas. Right here around City Hall, there's a few empty tree pits. They still have the steel grates over them. I can think of two off the top of my head. There's one at the corner of Main and Jeremiah Sullivan Boulevard. So we would remove the stump in that location and plant a new tree. So there's already existing tree pits, but we wouldn't necessarily be taking down existing trees to plant new ones. It would be more, if there's a stump in a location that we're gonna plant a tree, we'd remove the stump and plant a new tree.
And the amount of trees are going to be determined by the amount of the grant that you receive?
Correct. So we are going to apply for the full $100,000. And based off of some preliminary budget estimates, we think we can purchase somewhere between 175 and 200 trees with that money.
So if you get 50,000, you're down to 90 or so.
Right.
So it's going
We
to
would
be.
adjust based off of the award.
And that is going to include the site preparation, which is going to be the removal of the roots to any previous trees that are there. Okay. Do we have any other questions? No? And when are you applying for this?
The grant deadline is June 6th, Monday, June 6th.
Okay. Board members?
Sounds like a great idea.
Don't, okay. And it's
everybody's smiling, so
so far,
It's a
so good. So
I make a motion to approve.
motion.
I second the motion to approve the planting plan.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Good
Thank you
luck.
very much.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, we also have approval of the minutes of April 13th, 2022. And we all were here for that meeting.
You what? Yep.
The minutes look good.
Okay,
They look accurate. I make a motion to approve the minutes of April
Second.
13th.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, that has passed. Citizen input, I believe we've taken care of that. Item number 6 is adjournment.
I'll make a motion to adjourn it.
I second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
What, the smile?
Big smile.